Hi, everyone. It's me, Reed. So we're getting ready to go live here for a moment while we wait for just a few others to join in. I'm talking about class. So for today's class, we're going to be doing a full body workout on the reformer. Again, this is meant to be about an intermediate level. So some things may seem easy, some things may seem more difficult. As always, take everything at your own pace. We're going to start with some leg work today. And if for whatever reason you do not know what spring we're on, just wait a moment. I'll call out the spring. I won't be able to look at the chat while we're doing the workout, but I will stay on after the workout if you do have any questions. So, with that, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start on one red spring, and we're going to start standing next to the reformer for some lunges. So I'm gonna have my right foot on the floor, left foot back onto the shoulder block. Big breath in here. And when we're ready, we're bending that front knee all the way down to 90 as we press back. Again, one red spring. We've got 5 more here. Again, try to keep that back knee lifted as we press back into this lunge. Good. One more here. And all the way up. We're either going to step over or step around, doing the same thing on the opposite side. Again, one red spring, left foot on the floor, this time right foot back onto your shoulder block. When you're ready, big press back into that lunge and then all the way up. Now, an easy way to make this a little bit more balance friendly, if your balance is a little off this morning, is to bring your leg all the way against the reformer, your foot on the ground, so that your shin is pressed up against your reformer. And equally, if you want to challenge your balance a little bit more, make sure that your shin isn't touching. Good. We've got 5 more. 3, 2, 1 more. Beautiful. All the way up. From here, we're actually going to go into a little push-up series. So I want you to come onto your carriage, feet back against the shoulder blocks, hands on your foot bar. Always give it a quick press down to make sure it's secure and locked before you put your weight into it. Big breath in. We're going to lift up into a plank here. And you could just hold the plank, or if you can, we're going to go for 6 push-ups. One more. And all the way in. All right. So we're stepping back off to that first side, going for a second round of that. Same thing here. Right foot's on the floor, left foot back onto your shoulder block. When you're ready, big press back into that lunge. It is still quite early here, so I'm going to do my lunges with my coffee. Good. We have about 5 more. Again, one red spring is what we're on if you're just joining. Last one. And all the way up. Good. Again, walk around or step over. Same thing. Left foot on the floor, right foot back onto your shoulder block. Big breath in. When you're ready, press back into that lunge. Now, I did announce for those of you that follow me on my Instagram, or if you checked out the live before we started, that I'll be doing another live on Friday. And if you would like to choose the area that we focus on, you can use one of the super chats to submit your choice for what you would like to work on. One more. Excellent. All the way up. All right. So again, let's come onto the carriage. We're going back into those push-ups again. We're going to shoot for 8 reps this time, if you can. If not, just hold it into your plank position or do as many reps as you can. Big breath in. Lift all the way up. When you're ready, inhale, lower down. Exhale, press away that foot bar. And imagine like you're pushing the foot bar down into the ground. Last one. All the way in. All right. So again, we're going for another round of that. Right foot down, left foot back. We're going to change up. Instead of doing our foot bar push-ups, we're going to add another exercise in to superset this with. One more. Good. All the way up. We're going to now turn around. Again, we're still on that one red spring, or if you need to, you can drop down to blue for this. I've got my right foot still against the reformer, strap in my right hand. I'm going to step back into a little bit of a lunge here, and we're coming into a lat row. So thumb up to the ceiling. We're going to pull back towards our ribs and inhale as we reach forward. Two more. Good. Last one. And reach forward. Good. We're going to step over. Again, opposite side, going into our lunge first. So left foot on the floor, right foot back onto our shoulder block. When you're ready, big press back into that lunge and all the way up. Again, still on one red or back up to one red if you changed your spring. Five more. Two. And one. Excellent. All the way up. Again, we're going to turn around. So left foot is forward against the reformer. We're gonna reach and grab that strap with your left hand, thumb up to the ceiling. Same thing, pulling back. And again, you could be on this one red, or if this feels too heavy and you can't pull to your body, drop down to one blue. But really think about driving that elbow back as far as you can. This workout today is going to be a little bit of working out kind of around the reformer, using it in some different ways. Last 2 and 1. Beautiful. All right. One more round. We're doing 4 rounds of this today. 4 rounds of those lunges. Those legs, those quads specifically are getting a good workout. Right foot again on the floor. Back up to your one red if you drop down. When you're ready, last set here, 15 reps. Good. One more here. Excellent. All the way up. Again, we're going to turn around. We're going into that lat row. So right foot is on the floor, forward against the reformer. Left foot's going to step back. Grab that strap in your right hand. When you're ready, pull back, driving that elbow back as far as you can. One more. Excellent. Reach forward. And again, we'll step over to the opposite side. Going into our lunge first. Back up to that one red. If you drop down to a blue for our rows, when you're ready, same thing. Press them back again. Last round on this side. We'll have done 60 lunges by the time we're done with this. Or thereabouts. Y'all know how well Pilates teachers are rumored to count. Last one. And all the way up again. We'll turn around. Same thing. Left foot steps forward, right foot back. Grab that strap in your left hand. When you're ready, pulling back, thumb up to the ceiling. And again, on one red, or if you need to, drop down to one blue. Last 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Reach forward. Let's place that strap down. We're going to now go down to one blue here. I want to step all the way out to the top of our reformer so that you can step through your risers here. All right, so we just worked a lot of quads. We're gonna work a little bit of hamstrings now, as well as challenging our balance here. So we're gonna step so that we're just close enough to our reformer that we can hook our right heel over that shoulder block here. Toes point straight up to the ceiling. On your exhale, we're gonna pull that carriage all the way back, squeezing that hamstring, and then slowly release forward. Now you wanna be able to tap your shin with the headrest here. If you cannot, then you might move a little bit closer or even drop down to like a yellow on the back row. The problem with this one, if you don't have a moving foot bar, if we didn't use it like we did in today, is that if you go too heavy, you're not going to be able to keep yourself standing. So this is a mix between some hamstring work mixed in with balance. Good, we have 5 more. Notice as you pull back if your toe and knee are flaring out. We want to keep them pointed towards your foot bar. Last 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. I'm gonna reach forward. Careful as you switch legs not to get tangled in your straps. Same thing, left leg this time. So left heel is hooked over the top of that shoulder block. Toes point towards the ceiling to start, and they point straight to your foot bar as we pull back. And nice and slow on that release. Now, if your balance is really wonky here this morning, instead of having your standing foot point towards the bottom of the reformer, you can turn it out slightly, and that can help with your balance some. Good. 2 more. Last 2. And 1. Excellent. All right. So we're going to release those shoulder blocks with our feet. I want you to step forward so that you can hook your hands over the tops of your shoulder blocks. And then we're going to scoot back a little bit to pull some tension on that carriage, squat those hips down. We're coming into a little bit of a back extension move with some lat movement. Or lat engagement. So we're going to pull that carriage back to us with straight arms at the same time, a little bit of a back extension, looking forward now. And then as you release, you look back to the floor. So you're going to pull back extension, looking forward out over your foot bar. As you release your arms, you look to the floor. Good, we have 10 more. If this feels easy, I want you to switch just one arm. So just the right arm for 5 reps. Good, last one. Release all the way forward, and then we're going to switch sides. Left hand hooks over, right hand comes back either across the knees or brace yourself on one thigh. Last one there. Release all the way forward before standing up. Give everything a little shake out, and then we're going to go back into our hamstring pull here. So again, ground down through that left foot. Right heel is going to hook on top of that shoulder block. Take your arms out wide this time, and we're going to twist towards our pulling leg, excuse me. and then slowly release forward. Again, notice as you twist, I don't want to see this. I don't want the knee and toe turning out. Keep them pointed towards your foot bar. So again, we're going to be challenging our balance even more as we go through this series. Again, one blue spring here is all that we're on. One more. And release. Good. And we'll switch legs, being careful as you switch to not get tangled in your straps. Left heel hooks over. Again, arms out nice and wide. When you're ready, we're pulling back and twisting towards our pulling leg, and then release. And just notice right here as you start this opposite side, is this a stronger side for you, or is this your weaker side? And just notice it. It's okay. We all have one foot that's a little bit more dominant than the other. Surprisingly, I'm doing well on this side. My right foot tends to be my less dominant for balance because I've got a metal ankle in that right foot, so it's not the best. But through the power of coffee, everything is possible. Good, we've got about 4 more here. One more. And release. All right. So again, we're going to step back a little bit here. We're going to hook our hands back over our shoulder blocks, squat those hips down some. Chest comes down onto those thighs. When you're ready, we're coming into a little bit of back extension. Again, lift up, pull that carriage back, and release. Or you could go straight into a single arm variation, this time doing 7 reps on each side. Again, on one blue spring, in case you're just joining for this one. I believe we have one more on this side. Release all the way forward, then switch. Left hand over. When you're ready, again, pull back, going into a little back extension, and release. Last one. And release forward. All right. So again, give everything a little shake out here, head a little wiggle side to side. So we're going into another round. Again, we're going to try 4 rounds of this. These last 2 rounds, we're kicking it up a notch as far as our balance goes again. We're going to do less reps though. So again, starting right heel hooked over that shoulder block, left foot on the floor. Remember, if you need to, turn your foot up slightly to increase your balance. This time, we're doing 2 movements. As we pull back on that carriage, we're also going to try to lift up into a calf raise on our standing leg. There we go. So same time, try to lift that left heel as we pull back and release. And if this variation isn't in it for you, go back to the previous one, doing the twist. Work with where you're at. Whew. Again, it's not perfect, as you can see. Let's try one more on this side. And release all the way down. So just about 8 reps there. Same thing, opposite side. Left foot hooks over that shoulder block. Right foot is on the floor, either pointed forward, turned out slightly. Same thing, as we pull back, try to lift that right heel and release forward. And maybe you give it a rep or two. And then again, if you just find that you can't do it, go back to that previous variation. Ooh, again, you can see this side for me is not pretty. And that was 8. I'm gonna try one more just because I feel like I finally was getting into it. There we go. And release. All right, from here, we're gonna step outside of our frame for a moment. And I'm actually gonna step to the other side. So right foot, again, against the reformer, strap in your right hand. Come into that little lunge again. We're on one blue, coming into our underhand chest press or single arm serve a tray. If you still use the Pilates terminology, working into our chest here. Now, half step forward will make this harder. Half step back will make it a little bit easier. Good, let's do 2 more. Last one. And all the way down. All right, so again, stepping over opposite side. Left foot is on the floor against the reformer, right foot back, strap is in that left hand. When you're ready, coming into that underhand chest press or single arm serve a tray. Still on just one blue spring. Good, let's do 2 more. Last one. Beautiful, all the way down. All right, again, we're gonna step back into the well. We have one more round of our hamstring pull and balance. And this one, you're gonna need a little coffee for. So this is gonna be our most advanced one. The very first one, we were pulling just straight back. Second variation, we were twisting. Third variation, we were adding the standing foot calf raise. This round, we're gonna try to add all that together. Again, this is the hardest variation. If you can't do it, go back to the previous variation. You're probably gonna watch me struggle through this because it's been a while since I've practiced this one. But right heel is gonna hook over the shoulder block. Again, scoot yourself back a little bit, have some tension. Remember, we're pulling back, we're twisting towards the leg we're pulling with, and adding a calf raise all at the same time. We're gonna shoot for just like 5 reps of this, then we'll finish off with at least 3 more reps of just pulling at the end. So total 8 reps. When you're ready, same thing. Pull back, calf raise, twist. Ooh. Ooh, a little wobbly there. Ooh. One more. And release. All right, so just 3 more. Pulling back, tap the shin for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, switching sides. So left foot right foot is on the floor. Left foot is hooked over our shoulder block. We'll do the same thing. So again, we're pulling back, twisting towards our left leg, and lifting up onto those right toes as we do this. When you're ready, lift, pull, twist, and release. And maybe you don't get a lot of twist or a lot of lift. Take your time with it if you're doing this advanced variation. Ooh. Good. I'm gonna try one more. Ooh. All right, those last two weren't pretty, but that's all right. Let's do three more, just pulling back. Tap the shin and release. 2 and 1. Excellent. Release forward. Again, I'm going to step out to the left side facing the foot bar so that my right leg is against the reformer. Strap in my right hand. Come into a little bit of a lunge here. When you're ready, that underhand chest press. Again, still on just one blue. Half step forward to make it harder. Half step back to make it easier. One more. And release. All right, so we're going to step around, opposite side. Same thing. Left foot forward against the reformer. Strap into your left hand. When you're ready, that underhand chest press. We're going to take a quick little break after this so I can grab some coffee, check the chat real quick, and then we're going into our ab work. And remember, if you have questions, I will be around at the end for a few minutes to answer any questions. And if you want a chance to choose what we're going to work on Friday, use that super chat to submit what body part or what muscle group you'd like to work on. 1, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, so quick little break if you need. Grab a sip of water, stretch for a second while I grab a sip of coffee. All right, so, all right, looks like everyone's doing good. We're gonna get ready to go into some ab work. We're gonna be doing ab work on our hands on the deck. So if you need any kind of yoga mat or cushion on your deck, if it bothers your hands being on it, go ahead and get that set up. We're gonna go down to 1 blue spring again. You could also use a deck extender. Those are great if you have those. So 1 blue spring, and then I like to drop my foot bar a little bit just because it's really up in your business here for this series. So you can drop it, or if it doesn't move for you, you could just leave it. It won't be too in the way, depending on how long your arms are. Again, 1 blue spring. We're going to bring our knees now to the very bottom edge of the carriage. Toes are going to be curled under, back onto the carriage. Press down through your arms, and notice I'm kind of corkscrewing my arm, so the pit of my elbow points forward towards my fingertips. The pointy part of your elbow points back towards your hips. That's going to lock those arm bones into place. From here, all we're going to do is we're going to lift our knees to a hover. We're going to carriage in and carriage out. So we're going from kind of like a bear crawl position to a full plank. Try to keep those knees nice and low so that we're not lifting our hips up like this. We're not piking yet, so don't get ahead of me. That's 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. all the way down for a moment. Shake out those hands. This is your wrist relief position. So backs of the hands pressed together and then pull those elbows down to the floor. That'll release that crunchiness that you can get through the backs of the hands from this series. So, all right. So we just worked a full-on plank position facing the reformer. This time we're going to twist from our hips down. So we're working a little bit more into your obliques here. So same setup to start. Hands down. Again, corkscrew those arms. We're still in that blue. Knees against the bottom edge of the carriage. We're going to lift the knees up and then twist the toes and knees towards your right side. And from here, we're going to carriage out. And I think you're pulling those knees kind of up towards your elbow here. One more. And all the way in. All right, so again, sit back for a moment, shake out those hands, roll out the shoulders, give your head a wiggle. What we do to one side, we've got to do to the other. So same thing. When you're ready, we're going to bring the hands back down, knees to the bottom edge of the carriage, lift the knees, twist to the left side this time, and carriage in and out. And think you're still trying to keep your shoulders roughly square to your deck. It's just from about the waist down that twist. One more. And all the way in. All right, so again, a little bit longer break this time. Roll out those shoulders after those two kind of quick back-to-back sets before we go into our next one. We're gonna start piking now. Excuse me. Coffee down the wrong tube. All right, so we're gonna go into your piking now, which means we're gonna be lifting those hips up this time. Some people get a little intimidated by this. Give it a try. If you don't like it, go back to that kind of plank to bear crawl position variation we just did. So again, knees at the bottom of the carriage, corkscrew those arms, toes are curled under. We're going to press back into a full plank. Then from here, we're going to pike those hips in, look back between your toes. Your head is trying to come between your biceps. And then release back down to that plank. Last one. And all the way in. Whew. All right. Again, shake those hands out. It's a lot for the wrist. Go into your wrist relief position if you need. All right. So again, we're going into our pikes, which means we're going to work now that pike position into that oblique work. So same thing. We're going to press back into our plank, twist the toes towards the right side, and we're lifting our hips back up to the ceiling in that nice V, and then lowering back down, but maintaining that twist from our waist down. So when you're ready, again, press back into your plank, drop towards the left side of your foot, and then lift those hips up and lower back down. One more. And pull the knees back in. Ooh, sit back. You should be feeling this all through your abs, through the shoulders and arms. This is a full body move essentially. All right, again, what we do to one side, we've got to do to the other. So last set here, 8 reps. Again, we're gonna press back into that plank, drop our feet the opposite direction, and again, lifting those hips up to the ceiling. So when you're ready, big breath in. Exhale, press back, lower the feet to the side, and lift and lower. Pike those hips up and down. Two more. And all the way down. Whew. All right. Those shoulders and arms are feeling it officially. So from here, I'm going to go to a seated position, facing back towards our straps. Let's go up to one red spring. We're going to work into some more shoulders here. So legs and go long through your shoulder blocks. Let's reach forward, grab your straps, cross them over. Left strap in right hand, right strap in left. I want you to sit up nice and tall. We're gonna bring the hands out in front, thumbs up to the ceiling. Open up nice and wide here. Then reach forward. Now, if one red is too heavy, again, drop down to one blue spring. Two more. Last one. And reach forward. All right. So from here, we're going to uncross our straps, take our hands palm back. Again, nice tall spine here. I'm going to press back behind us and then reach forward, keeping that chest lifted. I feel like I'm situated slightly crooked there. One more. And reach forward. All right. Again, give those shoulders a little wiggle, head a little wiggle side to side. Let's keep the straps uncrossed for a minute. We've got one more exercise that we're going to do here. We're going to go into bicep curls. So palms up to the ceiling. When you're ready, big exhale as we curl in. Inhale as you reach forward. Two more. One more. Beautiful. Reach forward, roll those shoulders, little wiggle the head side to side. All right, quick little break here before we go back into it. Go back up to one red if you're not already there. And then we're gonna cross the straps over again this time. And we're gonna bring your forearms now through those straps. Elbows are gonna come up to about chest height. I want you to actually tap your elbows together here. So you should feel a nice stretch across your back. From here, we're gonna open the elbows out wide like goalpost arms and slowly reach forward again. Tap the elbows together and open out wide. Tap the elbows together, open wide. Two more. Last one, and reach forward. Again, we'll uncross the straps. Palms are going back this time. Same thing, we're going into that straight arm delt press. Nice tall spine, big exhale as we press back. One more. And reach forward. All right. We're going back into bicep curls. This time, we're going to change up our variation a little bit. We're going to do what I call the deadly sevens. So it's going to be 21 reps. We're doing 7 reps through each range of motion. The first range of motion is just going to be that first half of the bicep curl. So curling just to 90, then releasing forward. On that 7th rep, we're going to hold our arms at 90. From there, we're going to curl the second half to our shoulder and then back to 90. Then for our last 7, we're going to go full range of motion, getting that full bicep. So when you're ready, elbows up, nice tall spine. Again, curl in just to 90 and then release nice and slow with these. Last one. So that's 7, hold at 90, all the way to the shoulder, and then stop at 90. This is going to feel a lot more difficult than that first bit. We're keeping constant tension on those biceps. For 3, 2, 1. Full range of motion all the way forward, all the way back for 7, 6. You got this. 5, 4. With a smile on your face. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right. Put those straps down. Give those shoulders a little roll, head a little wiggle, side to side. And that, again, is going to be it for our class this morning. I do hope you enjoyed class. Again, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section for something you'd like to try and focus on for Friday. And I'm going to stick around for a few moments if you have any questions about anything, and talk about some things that I have planned for 2025 as we're going into it. If you have got to leave, though, remember, keep staying motivated, pushing through those workouts, and as always, train like a legend. Bye for now. Ooh, I'm gonna scoot y'all closer so I can sit down. All right. Hi, everyone. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them Um, Thank you so much. Hope that you have a wonderful Christmas as well. Again, hope that I can see y'all back here on Friday for some post Christmas reformer fun. If you have any questions, again, feel free to drop them. I have noticed I've been getting some questions, and part of my goal with YouTube in this upcoming year is to be even more active than I have this first year. I consider this past year my real first year on YouTube. Um, so one of the things I notice is that a lot of times I'll get questions from y'all about certain exercises on recent videos, or like I just got one literally yesterday from a video that's about 2 years old, um, for different modifications. Because I know not everyone has my reformer, or not everyone is as tall as I am, or may have the same strength that I do. So I've been getting lots of questions about modifications for different exercises. I think what I'm going to start doing is, and I will try to respond to the actual comment itself some, but I am thinking moving forward of doing either a video or again another live of where I just have all those questions written down. And as I get about 6 or 7 of them, then I'll do either a video or live and show you in real time. Because sometimes, like the one yesterday, I could kind of explain it by writing a comment back, but I feel like showing would be so much better. And I know some of y'all have the same questions or may have the same questions. So that's kind of my thought there. Um, I'm also looking at in January, which again, TikTok, so like a week away exactly, of doing some regular lives on here. I may start out with maybe just one a week, but depending on how y'all like these, and if it is something that you're interested in, I may kick that up to doing even more lives, if that is something that y'all would like. So feel free to comment on this or shoot me a message on Instagram or wherever. But get in touch with me and just tell me days and times that work best for y'all. Again, I can't promise anything as far as will it always be on the time that you want, but I would like to try and find times where I can have the most of y'all on because I do enjoy these classes when I get to talk to y'all and be here in person. It's very different from just having a camera that I'm talking to with no one behind it. I much enjoy these kind of videos and classes more. But it doesn't look like we have any questions for today. Again, I hope to see you back Friday. Comment between now and then if you have an area you'd like to work on, and we'll shoot for another class. I haven't quite decided the exact time, so it may be at this time. I may move it back. I will try to have it posted though, no later than Thursday. Yeah, today's Tuesday, right? Yes. So Thursday, I will post both on here and on my Instagram where the time frame for live on Friday. But that's it for me today. Thank you again. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope that you enjoy it and take some time off for you. And until Friday, y'all have a wonderful day. Bye for now, everyone. And got to figure out how to get out of the live. Oh, in stream.